Hey everybody, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. Okay, so today things are going to be a little different than normal, but I think you'll enjoy it. Basically what I have been down here, I'm down here in this holler this morning, y'all. You know, y'all heard me talk about this job, about how we've got we're going to be challenged getting this timber out of this bottom down here. And these trees are real tall, as you can see. Some of them are, 100 foot or better. So there's going to be a decent amount of timber, some of them pretty good size. And I've been down here marking them. As you can see this morning, I've got blue rings on the ones that we're going to harvest. And we got to go up here on this hillside. And we've got a few trees up there on that hillside. And it comes all the way around to right back in there. The landline is right in there. Okay. And then we got a hillside over here. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip the camera around, and what I want to do, y'all, is I want to show you my plan. I've got the mules with me this morning. We're gonna cut a little bit of timber, and we're also gonna skid a little bit of timber. But before we get into all that, y'all, I just want to give you just a quick brief plan of what I plan to do on how I'm going to get this timber out. And remember, it's a plan. Sometimes my plans don't always go right, but it's a plan anyway. So let me get this thing flipped around and I'll show you around. Okay, so right over here is where our road is going to come in. And let me take y'all right over here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, it's kind of hard to see. The landowner, he's been down here a few times on his four-wheelers and stuff. It's going to go right up through there. And let me see if I can show you. I don't know if y'all will be able to see it, but right up there is where my truck is parked, and that is where the deck is. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to trim out some of these little saplings up through there, and I'm going to cut that one, let's see, right there, that small poplar, and I want to make me kind of a straight road going up through there, y'all. And it's a pretty doggone good hill right up through there. Let me get y'all down here at the ground where you can see. I mean, it is a pretty good hill. Okay. But once you get down to like right in here and around in this area, it ain't bad. It's flat. You know, you got a hillside on this side, and it's pretty steep up there on that hill. You can see I've got a few poplars up through there marked. This one here, I believe, has got some wire in the bottom of it. But I've got them marked to come off that hill. And on up on top of the hill, up there on the flat, about another 50 feet or so is where the landline is. But my idea, getting back to my idea, let me stay on track here. So if we bring the log truck down that road right through here and get it right up in this area, it's fairly flat. You know, it's right in here, kind of in this, between these hollers, between these hills. And I've got plenty of room to stack logs. And I can come down the hill, you know, I can come down that hill with this timber, okay? And then up back in there, the corner, the landline corner is right there. Okay, so we can take all that timber and bring it this way toward us. We can bring all this timber up here on this hill down here toward us. And I want to reiterate, down here, the mules can pull so much better and so much more coming downhill. And then right here, it makes a little old hump and goes back down and then goes back up again, up on that flat going back toward the deck. So all this timber right in here, in this area, can come down here to where we're at. So there's a couple things I want you to pay attention to, the way I've got this thing planned. You know, right here where we're standing at, you see that hill over there and this hill over here, and then right back there, right along, let's see, it's right around that hill, like right over there. That's the landline. So we're right here at the back. We've already worked the front section of the track of timber to the middle, almost to the middle. We ain't quite to the middle, but we're almost to the middle. We're right there where the road to the deck, the main log road comes in going to the deck. And I didn't want to cut no more trees right in there because it's going to wad the deck up, and we don't want to do that. We want to keep the wood where it, you know, can keep moving through there pretty easy. So you always want to start at the back and work your way back out toward the deck. That's the idea, what you want to do. Sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you have to, you know, cut your way in at times, and oh boy, that can be aggravating. Especially when you got to wade through all them tops. The skid steer does make it easier, but y'all, the less time we can put on that skid steer, the better. So my idea is to get this road fixed today. I've got all the timber marked in here. I'm done marking timber on this job. It's all marked now. Everything on this job is marked. Now we just need to get the road fixed so we can get red down here and get us a load cut for today. And then we'll get it skid down here to the bottom. The bad part is we got rain coming this next week, tomorrow actually. So I'm not gonna bring red down here with it raining. What I will do is just drag the logs. We got plenty of room down through here. See how we got all this flat area? You know, we got plenty of room right in here to stack logs. So if I need to stack up 5 or 6, 7, 8 truckloads, whatever, you know, we'll stack up how many ever logs we need to, and then when it dries out enough, you know, right now I could get red down here, but after it rains tonight and tomorrow, I won't be able to. So we'll wait a few days, and then we'll bring red down here and just start, you know, back and forth. And I'm not gonna go out with a full load on red coming out of this bottom because it's a pretty steep little hill. I'm gonna show that to you here in just a minute. It ain't very long, but it's pretty steep. So my idea is to put maybe, normally red can haul like 20, 25 logs as a load, you know, regular like tie log size logs, 18-inch logs, I guess you could say. 20 to 23 logs is about a load. My thinking is 10 to 12 and come out of this bottom, go up there, dump them off, come back down here, put 10 or 12 more on there and just keep working it that way. You know what I'm saying? It's not very far to go. You just go right up there up the hill, dump the logs off, come back down here and get another load. Okay, so I'm gonna walk out of here and we gotta go up and get the skid steer and chainsaws and all that good mess. Cause the first thing I wanna do is come down here and get some of these trees cleared out of the road, take the skid steer, push the trees back, and get them out of the road, and then I'm gonna start cutting timber. So let me get this thing flipped around, and what I'll do, if y'all don't care, if y'all don't mind to walk with me, I'll just walk y'all back out to the deck and show you, you know, kind of what I'm up against. I'll show you this hill, and then back on up that hill where we got to go. Up there on that flat, there's a little bit of timber up there that we can cut once we make it back up that hill. But once we get back up that hill, we won't have to have red anymore. We can just use a log cart or the log wagon, you know, and do it like we done the front section of the track of timber. So let's head back up here and get the skid steer and the saws and all that good mess. I got to put some fuel in the skid steer, get the saws ready, and let's go up there and do that. And look, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me and being here. Every one of you that comments, new subscribers, all that good stuff. Hey, look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging out and being here with me. Yeah, I don't never feel alone out here, especially when I'm videoing. I kind of feel like y'all are here with me. I like that. It makes me feel good. I have learned, y'all, that the less dirt work you can do, especially this time of the year, the better off you are. You know, because you go to, like this right here, if you go to pushing that mess up, that right there would probably be okay because the roots are on top of the ground. You know what I'm saying? But like these little saplings, you go to pushing them up, y'all, the roots are a lot deeper than you think they are. Then all of a sudden you got the stump hole to deal with. And even if you fill it in, you know, when it rains, it's gonna get soft, and you drive a log truck across it, you're gonna bury up for sure. So right here is where I've been decking some of my logs. I've been putting my poplar logs right here, and this is some logs that we got left from out this way, out toward the front. And let me take y'all over here and show you this. I know y'all are kind of probably excited to get to see the mules. I'm excited to get to use them. But I did kind of want to show you what goes into this. You know, you can't just go out here willy-nilly and start cutting this stuff and trying to get it out, you know, because you can back yourself into a corner if you ain't careful. But right here, where this trash, there's a ditch right there under it. And we had all the timber marked from the front all the way to this ditch. And this ditch runs all the way down this tract of timber. I wish I could give y'all like a bird's eye view of it. It would be a lot better. Because I would really like for y'all to understand what I'm talking about. But, you know, the deck's right over here. You know, right out there, you see my truck and trailer, and there's some tie logs stacked over there. So we're right here at the deck now. We're in line with the deck. And I've got the timber cut over here all the way up to this ditch. Now, right here behind us, in line with this deck, see, like right over there, all that timber has been cut. It's already been thinned. This timber from here, where we're at, back that way is where that holler is. It drops off in that holler down there, okay? It kind of stays kind of halfway flat for a little while, and then it starts, you know, sure enough, just boom, dropping off. Where it kind of slopes downhill just slightly, we'll skid that timber up here with the cart or skid tongs or log wagon or something. The main thing is where that thing drops off, I mean, just, you know, drops off down that hill, that's where we want to use red. I'm not going to kill myself and kill my mules trying to get it out, you know what I mean? We could use a skid steer to track it up the hill if we had to, y'all, but that's a lot of track time on the skid steer, and the skid steer, y'all, is expensive to operate. You know, you got to figure a bare minimum of $150 an hour. And $150 an hour, y'all, when logs ain't paying, but, you know, I don't know, a load of tie logs is $375, $400. You know, and if you got to track all that mess up the hill, you're going to have an hour on it at least. So you've done burnt $150 of you $400 up already, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying a wheel loader or something might be better, and it probably would, but with this track machine skid steer, that ain't really what you want to do. Red will be a lot easier and a lot cheaper. He'll bring out a bigger load. And then, of course, you know, we got a place here to stack our poplar, okay? And then right down here, you know, is where we've been decking this other stuff at. All right? So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get skid steer and chainsaws. I'm gonna go down here and widen the road and all that mess and get some timber cut. And then after I get the timber cut and everything and have it ready to come out with the mules, I'll check back in with y'all, show you the road and what we got going on. And we'll play with the mules for a little while. I know y'all like that. All right, hey everybody, I'm back. I got this timber cut on the side of this back hill back here, and I've got the mules here with me, Kate and Alice. And today I just got Kate and Alice. Wasn't really expecting to get a whole lot done today, you know, building this road and marking the timber and all that good mess. But luckily, y'all, I'm a little bit ahead of schedule. I'm probably gonna jinx myself by saying that. But we've got a load cut, and it's still fairly early. I can't believe it. Like I said, something will probably happen and hold us up. But anyway, we've got to go down this hill and down there in the bottom, and I'll show y'all down there where we've been staking them logs here in a minute. And then we've got a couple poplar trees here and a couple hickory trees on the other side of the mules over there to work. And we've got one right here behind y'all that you can't see, right there. So we've got a little bit to do. Some logs are fairly good size, some of these poplars. And we've got some double ties, and we're gonna use stretchers. And y'all, I tell you, to be honest with you, that's one of my favorite ways of skidding, is with the stretchers and tongs. It's very quick and efficient. And on this hill, you know, they can get up here and get turned around and hook and then go downhill. Right here it's easy going down this hill. And then when they get right down there on that flat spot, they gotta dig a little, but they ain't got very far to go. So these tongs is quick, quick turnaround time. So I'm gonna set y'all up over here and let y'all watch us take a few of them down. Now y'all, I just thought I'd tell you, coming down this hill like this, I've got the trace chains let all the way out. In other words, we've got the longest drag we can possibly make with this particular setup, and that just makes the logs more stable going downhill. Oh. Whoop. All right, now. Whoop. Back up, Kate. Back up now. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Down up a little. Just a little. Whoop. Whoop. Let's see. Let's get it right there like that. Alright, a little bit easy, easy. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, come here. Oh, Alice. Kate. Oh. Whoop. Whoop. I didn't say go. I said, oh, come here. All right, a little bit. Whoa. Man, I got it like I want it. All right. Easy down this hill now. They don't have a whole lot of steep ground experience, so I'm kind of having to teach them. They're used to having to get with it, and they're gonna have to learn how to just kind of walk easy down these hills. Then when they get on the flat, they can put out. Easy does it now. Now G. G, easy. G. Oh. I like bunching with a team, you know, with stretchers, because look at this. I mean, you can stack them right on top of each other just about. Back. Whoa. Whoop, easy. Now, oh, now. We about got all the poplars. I think we got 2 more hickory trees left. We'll be through. And we got 1 more poplar butt cut, and then the rest of it's ties. Oh. All right, y'all give me a lift up the hill. Easy does it, man. Easy. Off. Stay down. Off. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah. Yeah. Come on around, yeah. Stand up a little. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, you gotta be careful. Whoa. Whoa, that's good. That'll do. Got my lines up here. All right, easy, 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 little. Whoop. I don't know if y'all could see how I was holding them tongs and letting them set. Sometimes you just have to do it that way to get a good set. Back a little. I'm gonna set it right there. Alrighty, easy. Whoa. Now I need to get on the other side. Alright, easy. I got pretty good long. Go ahead, whoop. They thought I was talking to them. Alright, y'all, come here. Easy. I got decently long lines. Where I can kind of let the line go through my hands. And feed them some line as they take off and hold a little friction on it, if that makes any sense. So it kind of gets them to start slow. Plus it lets me get out of the way of this thing. Alright, yeah. Right beside it, Alice. That's good, that's good. Well, if you insist, get back over, Haw. There you go. Whoa now. Whoa now. Walk right down beside it. Come here. Whoa. That'll do. Back a little. Alright. Come here. Oh. Alright. Oh. And this is kind of their first day back, you know, ground skidding with the stretchers coming off these hills. It'll take them a little bit to kind of get smoothing out, you know, get in the groove, so to speak. They'll learn it though. One thing I found about animals, y'all, they're a lot more resilient than we are. Now, as you can see here, friends, it's really short skids off of these hills down to this mini deck, and the turnaround time is quick. You know, that's a good thing for us. That's able for us to, you know, keep our production up somewhat, even though we've got an extra step coming into the play here using red. We can still get the logs down here this mini deck efficiently and quickly. Hollers, Now, y'all, I'm starting to worry about my mules a little bit. Seems like every time I turn around here, these crazy rascals are starting to eat on branches and every little thing they can get their hands on. You know, if a fellow didn't know any better, he'd think I didn't even feed these things. Now, y'all, it's nice after pulling a few big drags to get one of these smaller drags and kind of let them have a break. You know, you don't want to pull heavy all the time. Now, y'all, this double tie here has got a little old beech tree right down in front of it, and that beech tree is going to stop us from pulling it straight away. So what we're going to do is pull it up the hill just a little bit and get it to where to slip over the top of it. Now, one thing I want to mention here, y'all, I want you to pay attention to what side of the log I'm on. I'm on the uphill side because this thing's going to roll whenever they start to pull it. Now, even though my tones came out and I was letting my mules go down by themselves, the mules still woed for me. You know, they know what that means. And y'all, if you're going to work in the woods, any at all, that's probably the single most important word that these animals can know is whoa. right, everybody. So we're done for this part of the day. I had to wait and come back this morning and stack these logs. It got dark on us here pretty quick and just had one thing after the other, you know. It always goes that way. Every time I think I'm gonna get done early, it never happens. But anyway, we did get all the logs stacked that we got out yesterday with the mules. And I got the road opened up here so we can come in and out with Red. However, it did rain last night like I had told y'all about. So we're gonna have to, you know, the ground ain't bad. You know, it ain't tore up or nothing. Probably could get down here and get these logs out, probably. But there's no chance in risking it. And there's no chance in tearing a man's place up if we ain't got to. So what I'll do is I'll just wait. We got a little bit of rain coming in next week. I'll keep cutting and stacking, you know, as much as I can, and I may have to move my stacks around a little bit. I still ain't decided if I like the way I got these things stacked. You know, I got ties over here, and the poplar log is right over there behind where y'all are at. And I may have to do things a little different, especially if it goes to getting crowded down here. But I kind of wanted to show you, you know, since I got the road opened up a little, and I'm gonna try not to do no more today than I can help. I just came down here to kind of tidy things up a little and finish up the video so y'all could see what was going on. But I want to get this, you know, to where we can come in and out safely. You know, it's not, to me, it's not worth, you know, Red's the only mode of transportation I have for my logs right now. And I don't want to risk tearing the truck up. If I had to fix the truck, you know, due to sliding into a tree or something like that because it's a little slick, it would cost me way more than what these logs down here in this whole bottom are going to bring, you know, profit-wise. So, you know, you can't, sometimes you got to be smart, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm going to walk right up here, let y'all see kind of what I've done with the road. I believe I've got it wide enough, you know, to where we can come in and out, no problem. Especially after we make a few trips on some dry dirt and get it packed down, you know, pretty good. I think it'll be all right. So, I mean, as you can see right back there is where we're coming. That's gonna be our mini deck. Where we're gonna deck all these logs coming out of this holler. We're gonna use that as a mini deck. And then right here is kind of where it starts going uphill. Right up through there. I think y'all can kind of make that out. I cut that one poplar right here. It's laying over here across the across that small holler, little ditch. And I'm gonna harvest what I can out of that to sell, so it won't be a waste of tree. But I did get the road widened up going up through there, and right in here in this little spot, I took and cleaned this little old trench out a little so that way it would, you know, I make sure for sure that it would drain and won't hold no water. Good thing is it's on a hill, so it'll dry out quick and it won't hold no water. You know what I'm saying? It won't be boggy, it'll just get slick on the top. So if we can have 2 or 3 days of dry weather, it'll dry up and we can come on out, you know, come in and out. It's real rocky on these hillsides. I've dulled just about every chain that I own, bucking logs and cutting these saplings, just because of daggum rocks, you know, that I couldn't see. Which is kind of, you know, it might be a good thing for us, you know, getting red down here and whatnot. You know, having all these rocks and whatnot, I believe it might help us a little. But anyway, so we got a good plan going and how we're going to do it. Hopefully it'll work the way I anticipate it to. And we've got us a good way of going in and out, you know, coming in and out right there. And, you know, if it was a skidder operation, this would be easy. This would just be another day for a skidder operator. But y'all, all this timber going uphill like this, there's probably, I'm gonna guess and say about 6 or 8 loads down here in this bottom. And if all 6 or 8 loads of that had to go uphill, it would really wear on me and my mules. So I'm trying to look out for both of us. This is, however, gonna be an extra step in the equation. It's going to drag our production down just a little, but I knew that when I bid the job, and me and Mr. Collins had already talked about it. He understands what the deal is, you know, and that's why I bid it the way I did. So everybody should be good to go. Thank y'all for hanging out with us today. This steep ground, you know, we're gonna get more experience on it, especially over here on this side. It's a little steeper. I wanted to start them off back there on that knoll, mainly because it was in the back, but also, y'all, because it was a little more shallower coming down that hill, a little less grade. You know, up here on this one, that's gonna be a sure enough grade, and we're gonna have to be a lot more careful. So y'all can kind of follow along with us as we work this steep stuff. And the mules will get better, and I'll get better, and we'll all get better. Shoot, y'all even get better. But look, thank y'all for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. I'm going to put my email up here on the screen. If any of you need me, just holler at me. Be glad to talk to you. And as always, I'm going to be praying for you. Each and every one of you that are hearing my voice right now, I'm praying for you. I promise you that. And y'all, it saddens me because there's been so many people that has reached out and said, Zach, I need you to pray for me. You know, we've got loss in our family. We've got sickness. We've got this and that. Y'all, it's there's a lot of people out there that needs the Lord's help and needs their prayers. I'm not going to go into any kind of details on the people that's confided in me to pray for them. But those of you that are Christians and are watching, pray for those people that has made their request known to me. Pray for them, please, because they can use it. The hurt is real, y'all. And I just pray that when you come here to my channel and you watch what we do and you hang out with us, I pray that y'all find a little bit of peace in it. Look, thanks again. Take care, and I'll see you next time.